Hello there from Legendia in Poland, located about 45 minutes from Krakow airport. Had a nice little drive in a hire car. Nice to be vlogging again. First time I've ever been to Poland. I do apologise for any terrible pronunciations in advance, but I am very excited for Lech coaster, built by Vekoma. That's why I've got my Vekoma hat on. The park is looking, well, dead. I think there's about 2 cars in the car park, including our hire car. We've got here an hour after the park's opened, and Mark's with me.
Hello.
Looking forward to this?
Oh, I can't wait to get on Lech, I tell you. I'm excited for it. I'm very, very excited.
How have I done with my pronunciation so far?
Probably better than mine, to be honest with you, in the thick Wigan accent that I've got, so I'm bound to get something wrong.
Yeah, we'll do our best, but just a general look at the park from the entrance plaza, as people would call it maybe. It's nice and quiet, which is good. It's good for us, because new creds. Free roller coaster credits here. There is also a roller coaster that's SPNO, but it's alright. Lech coasters here. That's why we're here. It just looks excellent. So I think it's a Vekoma Bermuda Blitz roller coaster. I believe that's what they're called. Really excited to try it out. A couple of people have been here recently that we know as well, and they've said that they grade out on it. So really interested to see how forceful it is, and finally getting on a modern day Vekoma thrill coaster. Been waiting a while to do it, so it'd be nice to finally get on one. So enough talking for now. Let's go and do these credits and see how the day goes. Here we go on Lech coaster. My first attempt at a rider cam. Bit muffled, I've got my mask on. See how it goes. Here we go. Over the first drop. A fantastic roller coaster. Vekoma should be so proud of what they've done with this roller coaster. Modern day Vekoma for the win. That is excellent. Loved it. Right, so where to start with this Vekoma masterpiece? We've done it about 5 or 6, maybe 7 times already. Already in the first hour. And now we need a breather.
Need a breather. It's very intense. It is very, very intense. I wasn't quite expecting the airtime from it either. And when you come, it's like, I don't really know what to expect, but that is a masterclass. It really is. That is seriously, seriously good.
What's good about it for you then? Is it just the airtime or the overall package?
Overall package. The theming's alright. Not normally one for theming, but it's done in a nice way. It's not overly themed. And then you get in, and then that when you get the hang time on the first drop, it's stunning. And then it's just seriously intense. Then you get some airtime, you get some inversions, then you go back into a helix. It's just an overall fantastic package.
You've not said it. Superb airtime. I'm disappointed.
Disappointed. So I tell you what though, right? There's parts of it I wasn't expecting airtime. I was expecting intensity, and inversions. And then when them first 2 pops of airtime came, and they're serious pops of airtime as well, you're like, wow, this is an overall package.
It is. So we've got some other creds to do, but not really sure what to expect from the rest of this part, but we've set a pretty high barrier doing this first, haven't we?
Yeah, it's the only one to head to first, isn't it? Let's be honest. But
Yeah.
It is fantastic. 0 minute wait as well. So.
Should we do it again?
My head's battered from it, but why not?
Go on then.
Go.
There we go. So excited for this. What can I say? It's just Vekoma. You've done yourselves proud, honestly. They said to me when I spoke to them at the IAPA Expo in 2018, you need to do Lech coaster. It's a new brand of Vekoma roller coaster. You've got to give it a go. It's so different to anything we've done before. It's the way we're going with our roller coasters. And of course, it's taken 2 years from that, almost 2 years to the day since I had that conversation. And here we are. It was just an amazing coaster, and even though we've come here to do all the creds, I could quite happily sit on that until 8 o'clock. The park is open till 8 o'clock. It's now 12 o'clock, no 1 o'clock, because mine's still set to British time. It's 1 o'clock. I could quite happily sit on that for 7 hours. I'd probably have like some sort of brain damage by the end of it because it is so intense, but let me at it because it is excellent. Now if you do come over here, there's something that you should know. Like one of these bottles in one of our parks, you're looking £2, £2.50. Here, 80p. So I'll take that. But yeah, I think enough talking. I think it's time to go and do Lech coaster just one more time because it is absolutely epic. And oh please, somebody in the UK buy one of these coasters. I know I always say that when we come and do a coaster like this in a different country, but please somebody buy one of these roller coasters because it is epic. Just about finished on Lech coaster now. Spent the best part of 2 hours lapping it, filming it and just enjoying it. So I wanted to mention that there is a rapids here at Legendia, but we're not going to be doing it today. The rain is due to come any time. Actually, it's starting to come now. And these waters look a little bit choppy on these rapids. The next roller coaster we're going to be doing used to be called Super Looper, and it used to be at Lightwater Valley. It also used to be at American Adventure when it was open back in the day. And just having a quick nosy on RCDB, the ride has been here since about 2007, and it was once called the Tic Tac Tornado. What a name for a roller coaster. I have no idea who manufactured it because, rather stupidly, I didn't have a look. I just looked at when it opened, where it used to be, because I remember someone saying a while ago that it used to be at a UK park. So I didn't realise it had been at 2 UK parks. But I'm not sure if it's going to be any good, because I mean, if Lightwater Valley have got rid of it, it can't be that good. So we'll see how it goes. But it used to be called Super Looper, so let's hope it is a Super Looper. I know we're not even halfway up the lift hill, but archive it under shopping trolleys. Gonna need some Tic Tacs after this. Oh, please be gentle. Quite as tragic as I was expecting. We've just taken our ride on the Super Looper, I'm not exactly sure on its name, roller coaster. Hope the POV came out alright. Before I talk about that too much, it's worth mentioning that this park has got some really nice areas where you can tell that it's been here a while, but they've looked to sort of modernise it, make it look nicer, and just make the park look a bit more presentable than perhaps it might have been 10-15 years ago. So I'm going to bring Mark in, wherever he's gone. He's going to walk into shot, I reckon. There he is. It seems to be like the park's transitioning from something it used to be into something a lot more like Lech's area.
Yeah, it feels that way. It feels like they had a lot of old classic rides in and they're thinking, let's modernise it a bit more, and they're working from like Lech backwards.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've got Lech, you've got the rapids that have been redone this year. It's been done up, and you can just feel that that's how they're going now. Yeah. And I think if you carry on heading like that, it'll be a fantastic park, because it's in a lovely location. Yeah. Around the lake, it's just fantastic with the trees and everything. I just think it's great. And if they continue to go like that, then they'll just continue to get numbers. Obviously, we come on a Friday and it's rather quiet. But
part to ourselves.
Part to ourselves. But you can imagine, like in summer and maybe the weekend, it'd be quite a lot busier than it is.
Yeah.
It is now.
Definitely. And what did you think of, I'm going to call it a Super Duper Looper or whatever it's called, because I don't know how to pronounce its actual name. What did you think?
It's better than I expected. Doesn't mean it was good though. It was better than I was expecting. I was expecting to get my head rattled. I was expecting to like bounce around the restraint, but I didn't get it. Didn't get that at all. I thought it was, for what it is, it was alright, to be honest with you. It was a bit weird though, the
restraint? The
restraint, yeah, because it just went across us both.
Yeah, and they were trying to push it down to your shoulders and like to try and compete with mine, and it just wasn't happening, was it?
No, so obviously it wasn't quite as bad on me, I don't think. I don't know what it was like on you, but it was a bit weird that. But to be honest with you, obviously it was on the front row, so I didn't think it weren't rough or anything. No. I was expecting to, going through them loops, I was expecting it to be like really jostling me about, and just like, no, it's not too bad that actually.
In the background there, we've got one of the flat rides that is open today. Because the park is so quiet, understandably there is a lot of rides closed. For example, the Enterprise ride here is closed. Honestly though, it doesn't impact on the day badly, because it's not the kind of ride that I would go on.
Okay, so please hold on to this or this, yeah, we'll do. And don't stick your hands outside the wagon, okay?
Okay. Riding these this year. Oh boy. pretty sure the POV speaks for itself for that coaster. It was a Dream Factory or Dreamcatcher or something like that. A bit brutal on the knees, I've got to be honest, especially at the end where it just came to a bracing stop. It was unpleasant, let's say, but we know what to expect from those kind of coasters. But that is it now. We have done all 3 roller coasters, but this vlog is not going to come to an end because we've got other stuff to see. There is a log flume here. Not sure we're going to do it, especially as it's still threatening to rain. So we're going to leave it for now, but I just want to show you the log flume station because we actually thought it was a catering unit. We were walking up towards it, we were like, I wonder if this is a catering place. It's probably worth a mention about the catering here at Legendia. Quite a lot of the places have been closed, but we found this place, the old Mine Tavern, which does burgers. Now I'm not going to lie, when I ordered it, I ordered a cheeseburger, and I am one of the most fussy people when it comes to food, and I saw the picture and I was like, oh, I'm not going to like it. But actually it was just like a quarter-pounder at McDonald's really. It was nice, but the strange thing is, and I don't know if it'll show it on the picture, but the bat was actually pink. And that's not even an exaggeration, it was actually pink. Now for a burger and a drink, it was, I don't know if these prices are relevant, but it was, in our money, it was about £6, which I think for a burger and a drink is fab really. If you've been to this park before, please let me know in the comments what the Dragon Wrestling Tournament was. Well, here we are again, back at Lech Coaster. Just a little tip, if it is nice and quiet like we found it today, don't walk all the way around the main queue. Go to your right and go through the fast pass queue. Now normally this is not something I would recommend because I would say, well, technically it's queue jumping, but even the ride staff were recommending it. They were saying, look, don't walk around the whole queue line. Go through the fast pass while there's no one here, and it's a much shorter walk. So there you go, just a little tip if you do come to this park. Well, there we go. Pretty much the end of the day. Bit of a crash and burn at the end really with this weather, but yeah. How's your day been?
Ace. Absolutely ace. It's a nice park, really is. It's going in the right direction, and they've got a fabulous coaster in Lech. It is fabulous.
How many times did we go around?
I think we must have been 15 or 16 rides on it in the end. But even towards the end, with the moist rail that it's got at the moment, that is seriously intense. You can literally feel it. And obviously we was on the back row as well, and the whip over the top on that first drop is incredible. It really is good. It's one of them you're thinking, I wish it were closer.
Yeah, definitely.
I really wish it were closer. Or someone in the UK, please buy one because that is fabulous.
It would really be so good to see something like that in the UK.
Yeah.
It would be incredible.
Exactly. If you ever come to Legendia, do not miss this place.
Agreed. It's not like it's far away, is it?
No. Literally, it's cost us what, 12 quid?
Yeah.
And I've had 15 rides on Lech.
And the thing is as well, I'll talk about this a bit more in a minute, there's not been a lot open, but it doesn't really matter, does it?
No. One thing that we have noticed is, like, obviously it's felt like it's just been me and Scott in the whole park. If you are in Poland, do not miss coming here.
Great day here. I mean, it's a shame about the rain, but I've got to be honest, we weren't going to stay till the end anyway. Something to pick up on what I said behind the camera when Mark was mostly talking. I'd say there's probably about 85% of the rides closed, but I genuinely don't care because it's all rides that I can't say I would have gone on anyway. Stuff like pirate ships, stuff like a Pandemonium ride where it holds you upside down, just general flat ride kind of rides that, whether they were here, Blackpool, Alton Towers, Cedar Point, I wouldn't go on them. So genuinely don't care that there's been a lot of stuff closed, and do you know what, I don't blame them because the park is so quiet. When we got here there was 2 cars on the car park. We went out to the car earlier on to get coats and jumpers and stuff, and there was 5 cars on the car park, and you're thinking, well, that is not a lot of people, and a lot of places in other countries probably wouldn't even be open. So fair play, because they're open in the rain, they're sending the rides as soon as you sit in them, they're not making you wait for ages. The staff are all really friendly, it's been nice and cheap, everything's been really, really cheap. Like, if you're looking at coming here, sometimes you can see cheap flights to somewhere like this, and then you go, park tickets, hotel, this, that and the other, it's going to cost loads. Well, this hasn't. This, like Mark said, has cost £12. I bought a t-shirt, merchandise, it's cost me about £4, and it's like a proper ride merchandise t-shirt. But yeah, one thing that I have noticed that has bugged us a little bit, like we were saying earlier, is the catering. There's hardly been anywhere to get anything to eat. I think we walked the whole length of the park before we found somewhere to eat. Didn't do the water rides, they are open, but you know that we like to do water rides mostly, but it's raining, I'm a long way from home, I've only got 1 pair of trainers, which is my fault, because I thought I'd pack 2. I didn't fancy getting my shoes soaked on day 1, that can be done tomorrow on a super soaking water coaster thing. But yeah, we've missed out on 1 credit because it's SPNO, but it is exactly the same as the Dreamcatcher coaster. It's literally the exact same thing by the looks of it. What I can see this park doing is I can see them replacing the old stuff bit by bit, like especially the coasters, and I can see them going down the Lech coaster route. No record breaking coasters, no world's tallest roller coaster, fastest roller coaster, but just good solid attractions that will get people like us and people local and people all over Europe to go, yeah, I'm a coaster enthusiast, I'm going to go and ride it. And it's all good for their tourism at the end of the day. If coasters like Lech weren't here, then we probably wouldn't have come here. So stuff like that will help attract more people to the park. And like we said, this park is built ready for mass expansion, mass numbers of people to come here. Like, the entrance wouldn't look out of place at somewhere like Efteling or Europa Park. It's so nice. Do you know what, actually gives me Toverland vibes. But yeah, great park. Hope you've enjoyed the footage. Please let us know in the comments what you think, and if you need any tips about getting to this place, please, again, drop us a message or post in the comments that you want some information. We'll be more than happy to help. But that's all from me, that's all from Mark. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Energylandia.